What's up, gamers? This is Th3Ruthless, and today we are going to talk about AION 2 and specifically Chanter. Chanter is a support character that, let me tell you, excels really beautifully in solo content, but you will always want to have one in your parties because it is also amazing in group play. So, if you are interested to see what Chanter has to offer in the game, let's go. So Chanter, a toon that is very special because of his unique buffs. We will talk about that in a minute. I'm just going to make sure to let you know that this is not a guide about the specific build of Chanter. This is to analyze what Chanter has to offer in solo and team playing. So let's talk about the basics that every character has. You have two skills, okay? You have your auto attack that gives you MP. When you're out of MP, you have to spam your auto attack in order to regenerate your MP. And we have the spender. The spender is every skill uses MP from your character. And also there is a part of heavy attack, like auto hit heavy attack, which is this one. That is your spender, your main spender. Apart from the skills, because all of them have cooldown. When you have cooldowns, you use your auto hit spender. Now, every skill goes up to level 20. And if you see here on the left screen, there are different specialties you can add to your skill to make it different and to give different perks. Right, we will analyze this. For example, right now I have max 12% damage when there are less targets and minus 200 enemy accuracy for 10 seconds on landing the third attack on a heavy hit. Now, this makes every spell unique because you can change them and have it as your preference. Now, these unlocks during leveling, and this one, the last skill that I have unlocked, is when you take a skill to level 20. Here on the left side, you can see when you level up a skill. Let's go to a small one so you can understand. So, for example, the three first specialties unlock at level 8, 12, and 16. This is to unlock the specialty, and you need different levels to unlock the slot for the specialty. Okay, this is general for every character. So, let's start and talk about what actually Chanter does. First of all, he has heal on his bars. This is a heal you cannot avoid. You will always have it on your bar, even if you play for solo content, if you play for group content, is it arena, is it anything, or for farming, you will always have a skill in your bar. The skills that you are going to change are the Stigma skills that we're going to talk about in a bit. So, what Chanter has to offer? Chanter has a ranged stun, which is number 3, as here, you can see here. The impactful crash. If I press it here, you can see what it actually does. Now, this usually is one spell button. So if I remove this, the specialty, you see the skill becomes like this. Now, because I have added Crushing Blow as a chain skill, it becomes a 2-part chain. Okay, so you have a ranged stun that is followed by number 1, which is this one, the Wave Blow. When a target is stunned, you can get them, wheel them, and stun them on the ground. After that, we have an AoE skill, which is called Spinning Strike, which is just that, just an AoE skill that does damage. And if you change it with your specialties, it can have 40% chance to inflict seal and also ignores block and evasion, blah, blah, blah. So the higher level a skill is, the more powerful it becomes. And it can be used for various reasons. So having a basic skill without specialties doesn't offer anything. You can make it as you please to help you on anything that you might need. For example, 40% chance to inflict seal, which is the silence in this game. Maybe it's not very important for PvE for some situations, but it's very important in PvP. Now, I'm not going to talk about the middle buttons here because they are all Stigma, are special skills. I will continue analyzing the rest and then we'll go and see what Stigmas are. Then we have a Rushing Smash. The Rushing Smash is a charge, a gap closer, let's say. This one is every time that you stagger a boss, it's your special skill that you are using when the target is staggered. And then we have this. Some of the spells have specific reasons why they activate. For example, this one, which is Dark Crash, activates only when a damage is stunned or knocked down. Okay. So moving on, we have this one that is after using a dodge is another cap closer. So while in the fight, if you use a dodge, then you can use this specific leap, which also can be chain skill with Surging Strike, which roots a person in a place. These are the basic skills that Chanter has to offer, with gap closers, with CC, with AoE CC, very nice combination, and with all of these that are all AoE attacks, or you can let them even to be single strike, depends on how you want to play your character. I would suggest AoE. And with the healing, you have the basic Chanter build that is stunning, AoEing down, and CCing, and have healing. Okay, so this is the first. So he's a trick of all trades, let's say. And then move to Stigma skills. Stigma skills are very important, are the strongest skills of the character most of the time. Let's start with the first one. This, if you can see, it has a 50 stagger ghost damage. That means that it will be very useful in PvE because all the bosses have stagger gauges, and if you remove the stagger gauge, then you can spam your skill. As we said, every character has a different skill, and it takes a lot of damage. So in order to remove this gauge that is big, you have to use your stagger skills. And this one does a lot of damage. If you see the other ones do a little less damage, as a 10 stagger, 15 stagger, etc, etc. Everyone has its own. Now, there are two different ways to play the Chanter, as I said. The one is to be full support, and the other one is to play full DPS. It depends on what you want to play, really. So if you want to play full DPS, you have to replace all these skills with DPS ones. Now, these ones that I have right now are supportive, but I will explain everything that you need to know. So, first things first, this is a very important skill if you're going for dungeon or group fights. Or group content, sorry, not group fights. Because I wouldn't suggest that this always as a PvP skill. It has a 50% chance to inflict knockdown on an enemy, but this is for another video and for a guide. This video is being sponsored by none other but me, so please, if you like the video, like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Another very important skill, Undefeated Mantra. Chanters have 3 different mantras. One is that increases nearby members' attack, defense, critical hit, and damage tolerance when you level it up. Then we have the green mantra, which is 10% chance to restore HP on hit on all your group members, not only for you. And there's also another mantra, the sprint mantra, which increases movement speed of the caster and nearby members by 10%. Now, these 3 can be modified to do more than that, and there are mantras. That means that they are always open. You press the button, I'll show you right here. You press the button, and then you can see an enchant on your hands. The other one is on your chest, and the sprint one is on your feet. So you have different mantras, and you can see they are up all the time. You just press the button, and it's here. So the most amazing aspect when you play a Chanter are the mantras. You can have 3 mantras at the same time. So for a heal on hit, for a increasing attack, defense, and critical hit, and also, of course, for the sprint. Now, these 3 mantras, when you level them up, they get extras. So, for example, the Undefeated Mantra, which is the attack and defense and critical, it can also get damage tolerance and peak cost and damage boost. Then if you go and see the sprint mantra, 20% stamina consumed with sprint, plus 20% stamina regen, slow resist, root resist, and then we have the healing one that gives 5% incoming heal, natural HP regen, plus 20% HP restored when HP is 20% or lower, and 10% recovery chance. So, as you can see, they're very good, and it can be very amazing and helpful for a party, especially in PvP. Now, let's move forward and talk about the rest things Chanter has. We have focus defense. This can be found on most characters. You are trying to block, and when you block, you restore MP and stamina. It guarantees a parry, so you don't take the damage, but it's personal preference. Moving forward, we have Markutank's Wrath, which is a spell that you use as AoE. Nothing very specific about this, it's just an AoE that you can change with leveling it up to have chance to stun and blah blah blah. I'm going over the offensive spells first, and then we're gonna go on the defensive. Now we have Ensnaring Mark. It has chance to inflict root when you level it up. It inflicts silence. As you can see, we are moving forward to a more controlling environment. So this is more focused on PvP. Let's say that Chanter is a melee that is very hard to kill, especially if equipped with correct gear in PvP, and that it's in the front lines debuffing enemies and buffing your allies. So it seems like you're on the front line and you're doing everything with your allies in order to preserve in battle, which sounds amazing for me. Now, Power of the Storm. Increase. Whoever played World of Warcraft, they should understand this very easily. It's Heroism or Bloodlust. Increase combat speed by 20% for the caster and party members. Now, if you level it up, it has less cooldown, plus 200 accuracy, plus critical hit, plus 20% attack. It's an amazing spell that will help you when you engage the enemy. Or even in dungeons, this is amazing. And then we have a specific skill that every character has, which is Assault Shock. This is in order to reach someone, to charge someone a gap closer, let's say, during flight. So this is mostly for PvP and in open world areas. And then, last but not least, we have Impending Authority. Grants protective shields to everyone. So this is shielding and not healing. Absorbs damage. And of course, it gives extra buffs when you level it up. And then we have the Healing Touch. It's one of the healings that you can combine it with recuperation that you always have. So another healing that restores HP and can remove debuffs. If you level it up, it reduces, restores also a mana, a stamina, and the last one, of course, amazing, restores 10% of max HP. So as you can see, it's a group of content that Chanter has to offer because it has different gap closers, it has roots, silences, stuns. So he has a lot of CC and he does a lot of damage for a support, and also he boosts his own self and the party. This is all Chanter has to offer. It's a very amazing tune. Let's go and let me show you some of the skills. For example, the range stun and the AoE it has. So this is the range stun. Then you move close with the gap closer. You take the mob, turn it around, and then you spam your attacks. There are also other gap closers that he has, as we said before, like this one, which is a charge. It feels really good to play. I have been enjoying it very much. I'm gonna try more characters in AION 2, but so far Chanter has been one of the best. And you know, the good thing is that you can very easily find parties because there are not many support characters in AION 2. It's the Chanter and it's the Cleric. The Cleric offers a lot of healing and protection. It's also a very nice support, but I believe Chanter doesn't negate the part that you can solo very easily, and who doesn't like buffs in every game. So this was all about the Chanter. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked everything that you saw, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.